Does Buzzfeed know me better than I know myself? We'll find out today.
It's October 1st and officially the start of spooky season. See how our hosts feel about all things paranormal.
Would you want someone you don't know telling you that your significant other is cheating?
Find out what our host would do today on The College Voice.
Hello, everybody. The first day of October. How's everyone feeling?
I feel great. It's officially the start of my birthday month. Things are great.
I'm just ready for the weather to make up its mind. Like, it is messing me up.
Right. It's exciting. I'm ready to get into the fall season, ready to get my Halloween costume. So
This
excited.
is like my favorite type of weather, but it goes by so fast.
Yeah, it's real quick.
So I'm sure you all have heard of the D'Amelio family by now from TikTok, and some of you have probably seen their new show on Hulu all about their family. Basically, it goes into depth about how their careers started and what it is actually like to be them. I want to know how you guys felt about the series. Did it make you like them more? Did it make you dislike them? Did it open your eyes? So to start off, I guess, how many of you guys have seen the show?
I watched half of the first episode.
Okay. I'm guessing you two have not watched it.
I have not watched it, but I'm interested to see what you have to say to see if I will watch it.
I'll just give you a little,
Yeah.
sum it up. So basically it talks about how they got started in their life and what all they've went through. Both of them, I guess, Charlie has, severe anxiety.
Understandable.
And then Dixie, I don't really remember, but she gets a lot of hate because everyone just tells her you're only famous because of Charlie. And I thought one of the points that made me intrigued the most was she says, I think Charlie actually said it because everyone makes fun of Dixie's singing career, and she's they're you're only famous because of Charlie, and Charlie goes, well, if you had this opportunity, you would jump on your dreams as well. So stop hating her for that, and then it just goes in and shows I guess being famous isn't what it's all cracked up to be type of thing is what I got from it.
Especially when you're so young. She's what, 16, 17? I don't know how old the child is. But she's young and she gets a lot of attention. And me, at her age, I would not want that much attention, the whole world looking at me and what I'm doing. Because it's you don't get to mess up. You don't get to be a kid without having people across the world telling you what to do and telling you what to think about yourself.
Which I think some of the negative stuff about the show was that it was kind of people felt like they were kind of having a pity party for themselves because it would show them having mental breakdowns, and Charlie would be well, I understand that I'm getting to experience things that other kids don't get to, but I've also missed out my entire childhood. The whole world is watching me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about it because it was a lot of sadness more than happiness shown.
Yeah, I think that from watching just a little bit of the first episode, I'm not personally a fan of Charlie or any of them, but I understand that it's it can be a lot to be famous at such a young age. But it kind of was played off a little bit it's so hard to be famous, and it's a struggle. And I understand because I think Charlie herself put out some good points about how it is a struggle as such a young person. But the show kind of played it more as look at how hard it is. She gets up, she films videos, she goes to bed. That's how I kind of saw it, but I totally think that from her standpoint, it's worth a watch because you understand she's actually making it real that this is not just a little thing that you think it is. It's a lot.
Yeah, it reminds me of a lot of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's just that they exploit all the drama and everything that goes on in that. I mean, look at them now. They're rich. So I mean, I see no problem with it. If you have fame, work it,
I guess going into that, what you were saying that I think the series was kind of trying to show that it wasn't just making videos and going to bed.
That was the whole point, to show how hard it is.
Yeah, because they were also talking about how they're releasing this clothing line. Oh, she has to go take there's a lot of stuff I guess that you don't see.
Yeah, it's a job.
Yeah,
it's a full-time job, for real.
Yeah, she had in one part of the show that they had, she had like several different binders. It was probably maybe like 20 different binders of all the different things that she has to do, of like all different events, and like her clothing line that you talked about. Those different things are all laid out in front of her, and that was where I understood that's a lot. I could never look at that much and just be like, yep, this is what I have to do every day.
Towards the end of the series, they went, like, she took like a break for a while because like her parents like specifically told like her managers like she needs to have a break, or like she's going to be burnt
That's good on the
out.
parents, because there's a lot of parents who like exploit their own children so they can get money. So
Yeah.
it's good that they care about their child's actual mental health.
I was worried about that when I first watched it, if it was just going to show like their parents just being like, well, you have to do it because we
It's
need the
giving,
money,
like,
but it's not.
Britney Spears' dad is giving that.
Yeah.
Which that's a whole nother thing that just happened, but
yeah.
it is a kind of the same situation.
So do you think that this is going to result in more like TikTok reality star shows, or
Oh, I'm sure.
Probably, most likely.
Addison Rae's next?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know too much about her. All I know is that out of nowhere she became friends with like Kourtney Kardashian. Which
Right?
I think is weird because like she's like pushing 50.
And she had the movie.
It's crazy how fast these people grew to fame. Like they talk about that in the show. Like they were just a normal family from like Connecticut, I think.
Yeah.
And like how fast like it like took off. Like it's crazy. I mean,
TikTok will do that.
Addison Rae was like in college and dropped out.
Right.
Well, stick around. With it being the first day of October, the College Voice takes on the fall season. You won't want to miss it.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.
Your favorite weekly music show just got even better. We are now online serving all the needs of your favorite music media. You can check out our site for editorials and reviews from our writing staff featuring headline news and stellar illustrations from our design team. In the mood for your favorite artists? Check out links to our past episodes on this new and brilliant site. We are now one click away at KentCoreTV2.com. We are Kent Core. We are music-driven media.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008.
He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties.
He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
First day of October means the College Voice is taking all things fall and Halloween.
So we are playing a little this or that game to find out what Halloween trends we follow. Okay, so pumpkin spice latte or apple cider?
Oh, pumpkin spice latte. I'm basic.
Yeah, yep. Hot or iced?
Iced.
Yes, me too. Yes, I'm pumpkin spice latte all the way, but it has to have oat milk in it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to have an upset stomach,
Yeah,
so.
no, I don't want the whole milk, but I like apple cider.
I do. I like it hot too. Definitely like on like a late night when it's dark and windy and the leaves are all over the place.
And you watch Twilight and you just lay in bed. Yes, I love
Exactly.
that. And in my hometown, we have like this slushy apple cider.
Oh.
It's so good, and I think about it all the time. Oh my gosh. All right, so Twitches or Halloween Town?
Twitches for sure.
Hard, yeah.
I remember as a kid watching Twitches, I was actually scared of the villain.
Yeah.
Like I would walk home and like from my friend's house and it would be dark out and I'd be sprinting because I was so scared of like the darkness.
Yeah, that's kind of valid, honestly.
But still my absolute favorite. Okay. What about pumpkin pie or pumpkin rolls?
Okay, I love pumpkin rolls. I also love pumpkin pie, but the Trader Joe's pumpkin cinnamon rolls are so good. But I think I would have to go with the pumpkin roll.
I don't think I've honestly ever had a pumpkin roll, so I would have to say pumpkin pie just out of default. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you would love them, probably.
I'll have to try one.
They're delicious. They're so good. I
Yeah.
love them so much. Yeah. Alrighty, so pumpkin picking or apple picking? Do you even pick a pumpkin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought you just like
lift it
walk through a
up.
field
Yeah,
and like.
you walk through a field. Pumpkin patch or apple picking?
Yeah, definitely apple picking just because, I can get those cute Instagram pictures of me
Yes.
like grabbing the apples off the
Yes.
tree. Got to do it for the Instagram.
Yes. Well, little fun fact about me, I'm actually allergic to apples now. My body reacts horribly to them. So it would have been apple picking, but I guess now it's pumpkins.
Yeah.
You can still get a cute picture with a pumpkin.
Yeah, it's just,
Holding it up and smiling.
I feel like I already look like a pumpkin, so I don't need any more pumpkins.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. All right, so corn mazes or pumpkin patches?
corn mazes, although I know I would get lost and I would
Yes.
probably end up crying in the middle of the cornfield.
Right.
That's part of the adventure, you know?
Yeah, I think so too. I think it would be fun to go with like a bunch of friends. I've never actually been to a corn maze before,
Yeah,
but
they are a lot of fun.
they seem like so much fun. But my mom and I always go to a pumpkin patch every single year. We go on a little hayride, and then there's pumpkin patch at the end, and you can pick a pumpkin or hang out or take photos, and it's so cute. It's so
That
much fun.
sounds so fun.
Yeah, exactly. So are you a haunted houses kind of person, or?
I love haunted houses. I actually worked
Really?
at a haunted house.
Oh my gosh.
So I find it so fun. I like being on the other side, I think, of like scaring people.
Scaring people? That's cool.
But going through haunted houses, like from where I'm from, there's one called Dent Schoolhouse. So
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, was that the one that you worked at?
Oh
or-
no, it was just like a
Okay,
neighborhood
you
one.
just went through it. That's
Yeah.
so cool. Do you pick what like creature you are?
No, it was more of like we were just assigned a zone, and it was like a surgery kind of place. I was the patient, and I would like have guts coming out of me. I would like scream and like yell at people.
Oh my gosh, crazy. I hate haunted houses.
Oh.
Well, here at the College Voice, we have bold personalities, but with BuzzFeed match Anna's personality?
Let's find out what Anna and Anise answer. Hi, Alicia.
Hello. This week, Alencia is going to ask me questions to sum up my entire personality in just 5 words. Let's see how accurate this is.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, first question. What time of day is your absolute favorite? Morning or night or noon? Which hour?
I
is
would
your peak?
say midday, so like
Noon?
3 to
Oh,
5.
3 to 5. Okay.
Because like I'm not a night owl and I'm not
Right.
a morning person, so.
No, that's same. I peak at like probably 1 o'clock. Okay, so how often do you watch TV with subtitles?
Never.
Never. Okay, that's an option. Never. Far right. Okay, on
I hate
average.
subtitles. Do you?
I don't mind the subtitles.
I
Like, it
hate
doesn't bother
them
me.
because then I'm like reading it
Why are
the
you
entire
so mad
time.
about it?
I hate it.
On average, how long do you take to get ready in the morning? A couple minutes or over an hour?
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Because
That's
she can dial the bar, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're getting a gift, do you want it to be a thing or an experience?
Experience.
Okay. Oh, that's a wholesome
What do you
answer.
think?
It depends on who's it from. Because if I feel like you can pick out something nice, then I want a thing.
True, but
That's because I'm vain.
I don't know. I like adventures more than things, I guess.
Okay, well, this goes into the next one. Are you more of an indoors person or outdoors person?
I guess like I would put it more towards the outdoors.
I was gonna say, didn't you just go on a hike today?
Yeah, but that's not like my dream to do.
Okay, so is this fair?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. Because, like, some activities I like to do are indoors. Like, I don't have to be outside, but I like the outside.
Got it. So in general, do you prefer hot or cold drinks?
Cold.
Cold, me too. It's nothing like a nice, refreshing
No. Yeah.
quench. Okay, which of these elements do you relate to more, fire or water?
Which one do you think?
I think water, and I think for you, water too.
Why?
'Cause
What does
you're-
that
you're
even
more,
mean?
Like, well, okay, when I think of water, I think more like cool and breezy. Like you're like more, or is that air? I don't know. But I think fire. I think angry. And
Okay,
like,
put me like,
the middle. You got a little bit of both.
put me like a little more towards the fire.
Oh, you
I
must
can
have a
get-
side I haven't unpacked yet. Okay, so how do you prefer your music? Soft and calming, or loud and angry?
Put it more towards like, put it right in the middle.
Right.
'Cause,
Okay,
like,
interesting.
I don't like classical.
Okay.
Oh, the quiz just
Uh-oh.
froze. Okay, I don't really like classical, but I don't like loud and angry.
Okay. I have to redo it. No.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we'll have to finish this next week because it is just glitching like, oh, never mind, it's
Well,
working.
Let's get into the rest of the questions. Do you prefer sweet or savory flavors?
Middle. Because,
Middle?
like, I have to have something, like, savory for dinner, but, like, I have to have something sweet after.
Right.
This is just glitching.
It is. I don't know what's going on. No.
Oh, no.
Web page crashed. I feel like it wouldn't be me if things didn't go wrong.
Well, pick a question, we can talk about it.
Okay. In general, would you say you wear more bright colors or dark colors?
Dark.
Why? You have on yellow,
Wait,
so I don't believe you.
but I like wearing like, I don't know. What do I normally wear? I don't know.
I feel like you wear a nice mix.
Mix,
of things.
yeah,
Yeah.
mix.
Do you feel more comfortable in dark colors?
I don't really think about colors, I guess. But I would say I have more like darker colored shirts because with like I cannot stand blue with jeans. Like it's like a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, if you were like a blue shirt with blue jeans?
I mean, okay, you can do navy, but like if I had like a light blue shirt on, like that would just pet peeve of mine. Like I cannot get it to do it. Okay. I love that we're not going to be able to get the answers to my quiz, so you're just learning more about me.
Maybe next week. Okay, let me think of something off the top of my head. Are you more a Christmas person or Thanksgiving?
Probably Christmas.
Christmas, not Thanksgiving? I used to say
like
Thanksgiving was my favorite holiday.
But I like the Christmas spirit.
That's fair.
Well, what do you think? These questions definitely didn't answer my personality, but you learned a little bit more about me. So vote on our Instagram poll at thecollegevoice_KSU. And to keep up with the fall traditions, going with Hayden talking to us about those ghosts we see at midnight. Hi, Hayden.
Hey. Who are you going to call? We love seeing a slimy green goblin and a giant marshmallow man take over NYC. We certainly don't have any Ghostbusters to help with our own paranormal activity. So I want to know, Anna, Ryan, and Alencia, have you ever had any crazy paranormal experiences? I certainly have.
Oh my, this is like my favorite thing to talk about. Nothing has ever happened to me and I never want it to. Just get that out there. But I love hearing about other people, so go ahead.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead. So in July of this summer, I went to the Ohio Reformatory and did a ghost tour. That was spooky. That was spooky kooky ooky. I was not prepared, but it was really fun. I got touched like on the arm when I was in the library.
Touched by
an angel. Isn't that a song? No,
touched
I'm kidding.
how? Aggressively soft.
Was it like
it was a little.
like
it was just a little touch, but it definitely was not like a little like breeze. It was a full on like I could feel it. It was a touch.
Andy, Joe, and I went to the Reformatory
Really?
last October, but just during the day.
Y'all are different. I would never.
I had a great time. And also, something else that's happened, I have also been to St. Augustine, Florida, which is where my grandma's from, but that's like one of the oldest cities in America. So like, more spookiness goes on there. We went on a ghost hunt there, and there was like this little orb in a picture. If I can find the picture sometime, I'll have to show you guys. It's great, but spooky. Spooky.
Yeah, have you had anything?
No, I don't do ghosts, I don't do spirits, I don't do paranormal activity. I'm even picky about what the movies I watch because I don't even want those thoughts in my head because I believe that they're real, but I don't want any parts, any experiences. You don't have to bother me, I won't bother you. I won't do no seance, no Ouija board, absolutely not. Please leave me alone.
What about a scary movie, like a horror movie?
So I can do scary movies when it's like a man or like a person doing like the scary stuff. But if it's like ghost, paranormal activity movies, the Insidious movies,
really?
No, absolutely
I love
not. Because I don't need that in my life. Come in to visit me in my dreams. No.
Yeah, like I love listening to it, but like it can like at night I'm like I'm not opening my eyes. Like if I wake up in the middle of the night, like I'm like I'll just keep my eyes shut and walk to the bathroom or wherever I'm.
Yeah. And you know what I hate? When there's like a scary movie and people move into a new house and then they start learning the history about the house and then weird stuff starts happening. I'm packing up and I'm going to the hotel down the street. Like, I'm not staying there.
I hate that in scary movies.
Why would you stay? I don't get it.
She's getting her Marriott points.
What about you? Have you had anything scary happen?
So it's actually, during one of my friend's birthday parties, it was a sleepover. I was like 16. And we actually used the Ouija board.
Oh.
And
y'all asking for bad stuff.
Well, okay, I never said I was the smartest, but we were using a Ouija board, and I swear that thing was moving on its own. Like, we were all like pointing fingers and being like, you're moving it, but none of us were. And their lights went out. Like, there was a power outage.
Oh my God.
It was the spookiest night of my life.
I'd be heading out.
And then I had to sleep in that house. I had to sleep over there because my mom refused to pick me up, so.
Well, as a theater person, have you ever had any experience with like a theater ghost? Because I have.
I have as well, yes.
Those theater ghosts, they don't play around.
They do not.
What's a theater ghost?
So, just like a ghost, but like they're more common to show up in like a theater.
Why?
Yeah. I have no idea, but that's why if you like if you know about a ghost light, which is like a light you keep on
Yeah.
at the end of the night when everybody's gone, you keep it there for the ghosts. But that's like another paranormal thing is like you got to keep that ghost light on, because we've had experiences at my school where we did not keep it on and a light busted, and that was scary.
Oh my God.
My high school, we actually had one of our old drama teachers die of a heart attack in our theater.
Wow.
And we swear she still haunts our theater. Like, things move, and where people are like, oh, it's the air conditioning. I'm like, no, it's Ida. Ida is here haunting us.
They always have the weirdest names.
They do.
Right?
My middle school was next to a cemetery, which is weird because we would be like on the playground for recess, and across the fence were graves, but whatever. But people will always say like the ghost of Hannah Ashton would haunt the halls, but it was just a little jokey joke. Like nobody really experienced anything.
But it
that
could
I know
have.
of.
Yeah, I was like, as you said that, shock, but I guess I shouldn't be shocked because my preschool was next to a cemetery.
Why do
and
you keep doing this?
Yeah,
Right?
that's not
illegal.
good
we
vibes.
did a bug walk in the cemetery.
Wait, a bug walk? What's
So we went to go search for bugs in the cemetery.
The cemetery.
I don't really get that creeped out by cemeteries, but I've never been there at night either. But like during the day, it's just kind of like whatever. And the things that are the most scary there are like the buildings. Like
Yeah.
there's
Like
always
the
like
mausoleums?
Crypts.
The mausoleum.
yeah, those type of things. And then there's always like some sort of shed that's like just falling apart.
Right.
And I'm like, why is that even there? Like,
Yeah.
Take it down.
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah. It's been really spooky out here. Well, that's enough spooky stories, though, for today. Join us after a quick break to learn how our hosts would handle a cheating scandal.
The College Voice returns in 1 minute.
I love you.
Can we get strawberries? Okay.
Let me paint the picture. So someone you know who is in a committed relationship continues flirting and behaving inappropriately with either you or other people. You've confirmed that they are in fact a cheater. At what point do you reveal this information to the person's significant other? Like, what are the rules to like exposing infidelity to someone who you know, or maybe even somebody you don't personally know?
oh, geez.
Right?
I have
Tough
no
stuff.
idea. I've thought about it before. I've never experienced it. But I've thought about, like, what would I do, like, if I, like, found out, like, my friend's boyfriend was, like, cheating or something?
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like, I would
It's hard. It's
literally
like a
not
tough
know.
situation to be in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you experienced it?
I haven't experienced it with people I know, but I've definitely have experienced it with people I don't know. Like, I'll be, let's say I'll be on Instagram. You know how people have like the Finstas or whatever. And people be real open in the Finsta, real open. And then I'm gathering information and I'm like, okay, but does your girlfriend know?
Yeah.
Does your girlfriend know that you over here talking to every old person on the street? Like, does she know?
Right, exactly.
But it's not my place to say something.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, if it's your friend, then, like, you need to tell them. If it's someone you don't know, I don't know if it's your place, unless it's
what if they're
specifically
talking
happening
to
to you.
Right. Then do you say
Yes.
something? What do y'all think?
I have all of these things I say I would do. Like, I would say, oh, I would confront them. I would talk to the person. I would tell my friend. But I don't know if in that situation what I would actually do, because I talk a lot of talk, but I'm not sure if I can, like, walk the walk.
Yeah. I've been in that situation before, actually, because I was just like, was watching it happen. I was the one who was getting flirted with. And I was like, how am I supposed to? Now, I wasn't flirting back. Let me be very, very clear.
Okay.
But I'm like sitting here knowing that they have a significant other, and I'm like, well, I don't want to insert myself into that situation because I don't want their significant other to get mad at me and like blame it on me, because sometimes that's what happens, you know? It's like, well, I didn't even initiate it, but you're gonna think that because you feel you think highly of your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever.
And there's also like there's the situations where like the boyfriend's flirting with you, but then they're like, my boyfriend would never do that. Why are you flirting with my boyfriend? And they like kind of twist it
they
on
flip
you.
the script. They flip the script.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think for me, like as a girlfriend, speaking theoretically, of course, if someone were to like hit my DM, like, oh, like your boyfriend's doing this, this, and this, don't say anything to me unless you have proof. I need screenshots. I need live photos, maybe even a video. Like, don't say a word to me if you don't have proof to back it up. Because then I'm gonna be all insecure and in denial, trying to find it on my own, ruining the relationship just from like just a token of what might be the truth.
That's why I feel like if it's a friend, I would tell them. But if it's someone I don't know, I probably don't have proof. If I just saw them like out somewhere talking to someone, flirting with them, whatever. Like, I don't know if I would have the guts to be like, and send it. I mean, like, I would be thinking it, but like, if it's someone I don't know, I wouldn't want to like insert that into my, you know what I'm saying?
Unless they were talking to you, that changes things for you.
Yes.
Right, exactly. Because then they're gonna be like, well, why aren't you minding your own business? That's not your thing to care about.
Yeah.
Which is so frustrating because you're honestly just looking out for the other person. That's why it's so
trying
difficult.
to at least. Yeah.
That's why I think if it's someone you don't know, like they wouldn't understand as well. Like when it's your friend, they understand that you're looking out for them. But if it's someone you don't really know, they'll just be like, well, what are you doing? Like, why do you care?
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like especially when it's a relationship between a man and a woman and like the guy is flirting with a different girl and then the girl comes in, the girl who's being flirted with comes in and tells the woman about that, she gets mad at the girl like automatically, and it's like, why is the woman always to blame in this situation? It's the same thing when like they're actually cheating, like something physically, not just emotionally. The woman is always blamed for that, and it's like, well, the guy initiated it, not always, but like the guy initiated it, so why are you mad at her? She didn't do anything. Like, women support women respectfully, you know what I'm saying?
And then they always try and make up these lies. They're like, oh, that's my cousin. Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I promise, we're related.
That's like from movies.
I hate the fake brother, sister. Oh, that's my brother. Oh, that's my sister.
I would never
You don't need
do
fake
that.
siblings. You don't have to do that.
You don't need those.
Yeah.
Get out.
But it also like brings the question, like, do you guys think that girls cheat more or do guys cheat more?
I think guys cheat more.
You think guys cheat more?
I think guys think with a different part of their body than others do. So I think they are faster to cheat on someone than someone else.
I feel like girls are more flirtatious.
That's,
and then the guys kind of take advantage of the flirtatiousness of girls, and then it just kind of happens.
So do y'all think flirting is cheating?
Yes.
Yes.
It's more of like an emotional thing than a physical thing. Like that's the deal. Like, are you talking physical or emotional? Because I feel like people emotionally cheat a lot more than they'd like to admit. Because it just happens. Like you don't realize it, and then you're like, oh crap! Like I've been flirting with this person, and I have an emotional connection to them while you're in a relationship. Like that's not okay either.
But like at the same time, I'm such a flirtatious person. Like I flirt with my friends constantly. So like sometimes I'm like, I mean, I'm not in a relationship, but I'm like, would I be cheating with them? Because that's just my personality. And like, I would be fully committed to them, but I'm just flirtatious.
That's interesting. I wouldn't like describe myself as a flirty person, but that's interesting. But that's all we have for you today. We are so excited to be back for an all new amazing season of The College Voice. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, The College Voice, and follow us on Instagram at @thecollegevoice_KSU. But TV2 isn't finished yet. Stick around for an upcoming episode of Kent Core tonight at 8 p.m. For all of your local news, stay tuned for your TV2 newscast at 6 p.m. We'll see you all next week.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.